Ever feel like there's something going on that we don't know about? Fries with gravy, a cherry cola, friendship, bragging rights, and does Sinatra or Mathis croon the best makeout music? Before there was the counterculture of the 60s, there was the counterculture. From his Oscar-nominated script, Barry Levinson makes his directing debut with this endearing study of pals in transition. Steve Guttenberg, Daniel Stern, Mickey Rourke, Kevin Bacon, Timothy Daly, and Paul Reiser, chosen from over 600 hopefuls, play the up-all-night buddies who work out the remnants of adolescence during ritual grazings at a busy steel and vinyl hangout in 1959 Baltimore. Stars, laughs, interlocking stories, entertainment is the daily special in Diner. 110 minutes, rated R. I think Diner is underrated and it's overlooked during like this Animal House era, Porky's type movie. It has some of that. It has a little bit of that humor. It has some raunchy humor. But for the most part, it's these guys, these pals, hanging out and really figuring out their lives together. It's like kind of like when you go to when you're out late at night and you're with your buddies, all your guards are gone and you feel like you can say anything to these people, to like your best friend, your best friends. You know, that's what these guys are. They work during the day and they stay up all night at the diner hanging out, people watching, eating food, debating, Sinatra or Mathis. But these guys are all going through different things, and so they bring that to the diner and to their dynamic. I think the script really shines through in the writing as far as like the dynamic. Each character is well defined. You have Eddie, who has cold feet. He's about to get married, and he's a huge Baltimore Colts fan. He puts together the ultimate test for his fiancée about the Baltimore Colts. And it's so important to him that if she doesn't pass the test, the wedding is off. It means everything to these guys, but to us as an audience, it's hilarious because, Steve Guttenberg plays Eddie so well. You can tell he's got so much charisma as a young actor. And then you have Timothy Daly coming in, kind of like his best man. And he's got his own issues going on. He's trying to get back together with somebody he left for college. And then, he's kind of the out-of-towner coming back home. Then you have Mickey Rourke, who you could tell he was going to be a star in the 80s in this movie. He plays Boogie, who's kind of he's run into a lot of debt, a lot of gambling debt. He's a hairdresser by day, but a big bettor. He's got this confidence, this swagger of the group, and he's always looking for a way to make some money, make a little deal. He wants some action. He's the kind of guy that answers the question between Mathis and Sinatra with Presley. That's the sexy pick. So Boogie is kind of that kind of guy, kind of character. Shrevey, played by Daniel Stern, is struggling with it in his young marriage to Beth, played by Ellen Barkin. Those guys are great together. Ellen Barkin, she's kind of stuck in the middle. Beth, she's kind of, she's had history with all the other guys. She knows the group well, but she's still an outcast. She's still, she's married to Shrevey, but their marriage is kind of in limbo at certain times, where Shrevey cares more about his record collection being like perfectly organized, and he has a system for his records. And I found that oddly relatable with being a physical media collector. Then you have Fenwick, who's kind of like the wild card, played by Kevin Bacon. He starts out the film with a crazy prank on the guys with some ketchup, and then later on he's playing Baby Jesus. Then you have Modell, played by Paul Reiser, who apparently would improvise all of his lines because there was no lines from Modell in the script. So he would literally come in and he would play against Steve Guttenberg. Are you going to eat all that? You going straight home? All that dialogue by Modell was made up by Paul Reiser. Absolutely genius. So the screenplay was up for an Oscar. Barry Levinson, the director, he would go on to win an Oscar for Rain Man in 1988. But I feel like Diner is such an important film in all of these guys' career, the whole cast. The movie is so underrated, so well done, and still stands up today, I think. It finally came out on Blu-ray in 2015 by Warner Brothers. Not a whole lot special features wise. There's a documentary behind the scenes of Diner. There's an introduction that's pretty cool with the cast, and then Barry Levinson as well. But this is definitely the definitive edition of Diner. I can't see them doing a 4K, but you never know. Diner also celebrated this year its 40th anniversary. So 40 years Diner's been around. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. I like to discuss Diner with you guys. This has been Return of the Disc. I'm Dan.
For more Return of the Disc, visit returnofthedisc.com. That's returnofthedisc.com.
Check out the audio version of today's show, available on all major podcast platforms.
And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel right here.